Hey all, welcome back to Yoga for Triathletes. I'm Brittany and I'm super excited to guide you today into a practice that focuses solely on the shoulders and the upper back. Spring has sprung here in Chicago, and that likely means that you are amping up your training. We love that, but you also have to remember to amp up your rest, your restorative practices, and your mobility work. So let's make sure that those swimming arms are feeling good, that domed upper back as you're biking feels a little bit more open. And let's go ahead and get started. We'll begin standing on our mat today. Go ahead and place your ankles directly underneath the knees underneath the hips. Stack the cervical spine on top of the rest. And if it feels comfortable and available for you, you can close the eyes or just keep a nice soft gaze. We'll take a moment here to just notice the breath, see how it's moving through the body today before we get moving and grooving again, focusing in on the shoulders, the upper back. This one is a goodie. Next time that you take an exhale, go ahead and interlace your fingertips behind the nape of the neck. Arch through the spine and bring the elbows in to touch. Look down toward the toes. Next, inhale, spread the elbows out wide. Take a gentle back bend, peek up toward the ceiling. Exhale, round through the spine, bring those elbows into touch. Kind of like a cat-cow here. Inhale, elbows go wide. We peek up toward the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Around through the spine on an exhale, bring those elbows into touch. Two more, just like that. Inhale, bring it all the way up, warming up through the spine. Exhale, dome it out. We've got those elbows into touch from here. Keep the spine rounded. I want you to gently just rock from side to side here, feeling a little bit of activation in the thoracic spine. Saying hello to the mid-back, to the torso, to the side body here. Take a big breath in here. And a long, slow breath out. Go ahead and stack the spine, bring the head up. Keep the hands at the back of the head. And I want you to take your thumbs to your hairline here and find these two little nodules that you'll feel kind of sticking out of the cranium. And if you're like, I can't find that, just find a nice spot at the hairline. It's all good. Once you find those nodules or not, I want you to go ahead and interlace the fingers around the rest of the head here. All that we're going to do here is lift gently up through the crown of the head and then pull our chin back in space. We're just stacking the head on top of the spine. We often are rounded in our lives here, but we want to make sure that we're lifting up and gently back. So you'll give me a bit of a double chin here. Totally fine. We'll stay stacked for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly let those fingertips go. Notice how it feels to feel aligned. Awesome, y'all. Take the hands out to the low sides like so. From here, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades back and together like so. Kind of puff out through the chest here. And then go ahead and dome through the upper back. Bring the shoulders in toward the midline. Squeeze it all the way back. Little scap pinches here like you have a pencil in the mid-back. And go ahead and round it out. Squeeze that pencil one more time like this. And then round it out. Beautiful. Bring those hands out to the direct sides here. Same thing. Squeeze the scaps. Might feel a little different in this position here. And then round it on out. 2 more. Squeeze. And dome. Last one like this. Squeeze. Woo-wee. And dome. This time, hands come all the way up. It's going to feel way different this time. This time, we're going to try to activate what's going on in our armpit here, our serratus muscle, our lats, etc. So here we go. Come back and pinch. And dome. And pinch. Nice, y'all. And dome. One more like this. And pinch. And dome. Beautiful. Go ahead and just round out the arms. Take whatever sort of fidgets, swirls, and twirls feel good for you. One last thing, standing before we take it on down to the ground. I want you to take one of your hands like you're holding a beautiful platter, like you work in a nice fancy cocktail lounge here. And we're going to go around the world, but I want you to keep your palm directly up. So from here, bring your fingertips toward the back of the room, then fingertips toward the head. Swirl those fingertips around in front of you. Keep the palm facing up as you bring the fingertips back in towards your armpit. And we made it all the way back. Keep that going. Let's do that again. So just really getting that shoulder nice and mobile here, moving in ways that we might not always do unless you are a fancy cocktail waiter. You're doing tricks for your people. Nice. Next time that you come back here, let's switch it out. Other hand. So fingertips come back in space. They come toward the head. They come forward. Palm stays up. If you want an added challenge here, you could hold a book or a block while you do this, just to make sure that you are in fact keeping that palm all the way up. And let me tell you, you'll find out, because that book or block might fall off and you'll be like, huh, let's reevaluate here. Take it one more time if you haven't already done so while I'm yapping at you. Beautiful, friends. Once you make it all the way back, I want you to just roll those shoulders backward 2 times and forward 2 times. Beautiful. Wherever you are, inhale, reach the palms all the way up toward the sky. And exhale, come on down to our first forward fold. From here, come up onto your tippy toes. Take a little circle on the toes like so. And then take that circle in the other direction. Beautiful. Bring the hips down toward the heels. And then go ahead and come on down onto the knees. Beautiful, friends. From here, we're going to untuck our toes, so onto the tops of the feet here. We're going to reach our hands back toward our heels. Crown of the head comes down to the ground. From here, I want you to lift your hips away from your heels. Rabbit pose. You should feel a lovely stretch in the upper back here. Gentle stretch in the back of the neck. Beautiful. Take a breath in here. Exhale, bring the hips down toward the heels. Come all the way up to a high knee. Lift those arms up and all the way back and around. Beautiful. Take it back down to your rabbit pose. Crown of the head comes down, hands reach toward the heels. Lift the butt up toward the sky. Bring the butt back down, come up to your high kneel. Arms come all the way up and around. Once more, just like that. Reach back into your rabbit pose. Come onto the crown of the head. Oh, the back loves this here. And then hips down toward the heels. Bring it all the way up. Oh, and around. Beautiful, y'all. Come into a tabletop position. Step one foot up and then the other. Meet me in a forward fold. Beautiful. On your next breath in, take a halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins. Get long through the spine. Peek over the edge of your mat, towel, or blanket. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Come to standing. And exhale, bring your arms to a field goal position like so. Excellent. From here, I want you to bring your fingertips down toward the ground, so kind of like a little robot position here. And then bring the hands to the mid-back. So backs of the palms are at the mid-back here. And then we're going to bring our elbows into touch, or at least try to. Internal shoulder rotation, always a bugger. Bring it back out. Come back to your robot arms, field goal arms. And then inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, swim it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, come to stand again. Exhale, field goal arms. Keep breathing as you come down to robot arms. And then bring the hands to the back. Let's go ahead and internally rotate those shoulders. Beautiful. Come on back to your robot arms. Bring it up to your field goal arms. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, come all the way down. Beautiful. Inhale, big halfway lift here. And exhale, fold. From here, plant your palms. And let's step those feet back until we're in downward facing dog. Beautiful, y'all. So downward facing dog, what we're looking for here is a long, long, long spine. We're not looking for heels at the ground, right? That might come one day. But what I want you to focus on is elongation in the armpits, in the arms themselves, in the back, the spine, as if I could put a ball right here on your tailbone and it would roll all the way down and off of the crown of the head. Beautiful, y'all. Stay here for 3, for 2, for 1. Awesome. Come back down to tabletop position. Beautiful, friends. From here, I want you to bring your left hand to your right shoulder like so. Don't want to cover up my microphone here. Awesome. And then from here, I want you to bring your left foot out to the side. Toes are going to point toward the left here. Awesome. On your next breath in, bring your left elbow up toward the sky. So big opening here. And then go ahead and complete the circle. So bring that left hand all the way up toward the sky. Bring the arm all the way around. Take 2 circles here. A little backstroke moment. Beautiful. Next time that your arm is back behind you, I want you to flex through the palm, fingertips face down toward the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, thread your left hand underneath your right armpit. Lean into that left hip. Big groin stretch here. Reach all the way back up. With an inhale, flex through the palm, fingertips down. And then exhale, thread that needle. Once more. Bring it all the way up. Flex the palm fingertips down and exhale, thread that needle. Beautiful, y'all. From here, place the palms down, come back to tabletop position. Let's switch it out. This time, right hand comes to left shoulder. We bring our right toes out to the side like so. Inhale, reach that right armpit up toward the ceiling and then complete that whole circle here. We'll take 2 big circles, opening up through the arm, through the upper back. Nice, friends. Next time that arm is all the way back behind you, we want to go ahead and flex through the palm, fingertips down. Take a big breath in here. It should feel so open, so relaxed, beautiful, fabulous. All the words. Breath in, breath out. We thread the needle, lean into that right hip. Beautiful. Bring it on in again. Bring the hand back, flex through the palm. And then exhale, thread that needle. Just touched one of my plants. Hello, aloe plant. Bring it on back one more time. Take a big, whoa, breath in. I'm going to knock over this plant. And exhale, thread that needle. Beautiful, y'all. From here, bring your hand back down. Bring your knee back down, tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Another downward facing dog. One more little thing to wrap this practice up here. I want you to walk your feet up towards your hands. Take your time, no rush here. And once you make it up to your forward fold, I want you to sink your hips down, 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 and take your arms super, super wide, like you're pulling a big strap apart here. If you do have a strap at home, this is a great time to use it. From here, keeping those hips low, I want you to rotate your body toward the right. Whoo-wee, ab work here, and then come back to center and rotate toward the left so that right fist comes down, left fist comes up, back to center. Drop your hips a little bit lower. One more time. Rotate. Keep breathing. Bring it back to center and rotate. Absolutely wonderful. From here, forward fold. Awesome, y'all. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Excellent. Step those feet all the way back to downward facing dog. Here we go, our last little flow here. On your next breath in, I want you to lift your left foot up toward the sky, whatever that means to you here. Maybe you'll kick a plant like I'm doing right now. And then I want you to bend that left knee, bring it up towards your nose, and step it all the way up and through until you're in a lunge position. Keep that back knee lifted, and let's inhale. Lift the palms up toward the sky. Circle it all the way back and around on an exhale. Inhale, palms up toward the sky. Exhale, circle it all the way around. One more time. Inhale, palms all the way up. Exhale, back and down. Now from here, option to either just reach those hands back in space or to interlace the fingertips and pull the knuckles back. Awesome. Another option, stay here or test your balance while squeezing those shoulder blades together as you hinge forward and maybe lift off of that right foot for warrior 3. If you're balancing, stay. Whatever you're doing, stay for 3, for 2, and 1. Step that right foot all the way back unless it's already there. Let go of that interlace. Bring the palms up toward the sky. Make a steeple grip here, so just our pointer fingers are up toward the sky. And I want you to take some big circles with the torso. Feeling a little tornado-like in this movement. Take it the other direction. Really nice, y'all. Whew, testing balance here as well. Awesome. Come back through center. Take a big breath in. Exhale, plant those palms. Step your left foot back until you're in a plank position and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice work, y'all. One more time. One more thing to do before we cool it all down and call it a day. Inhale, lift that right foot up toward the sky. Then bend that knee, bring it up toward your nose, and step it all the way up and through lunge position. Inhale, lift the palms up toward the sky, and exhale, round them all the way back and around. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, swim them back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swim them back to stay. Again, option, either reach back in space, or if you've got it, interlace those fingertips, pull the knuckles down and away, whatever you're doing. Squeeze your shoulder blades together here. Either stay or hinge forward and maybe pick up that left foot. Might take you a try or two like it does for me. Balance is not my favorite thing in the whole wide world, and that's okay. That's why we do it, right? We gotta learn how to move our bodies in these ways that challenge us. Awesome, y'all. If you've got that foot lifted, go ahead and step it on back. Release that interlace and go ahead and bring those hands up toward the sky. Steeple grip one more time. Test your balance as you take the torso in some big, lovely circles here. You might get a nice pop out of your spine or your ankle like mine just did. Switch directions. Excellent, friends. Bring it on back toward the midline. Release the fingertips. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower the palms. Step all the way back to a plank. And let's lower all the way down onto the belly. Nice work, y'all. Let's cool it on down. From here, I want you to bring your arms out to either side, but then bring the palms face up. Beautiful. From here, inhale, lift those palms as far up toward the sky as they can go. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Beautiful, y'all. Take your right hand into that field goal position here. So we've got a nice letter L with the right arm. We're going to go ahead and roll onto our right hip. Maybe the left toes come back behind you. Maybe they do not. Big pectoral stretch opening in that right front arm. Take a moment here to just breathe. Come back to the breath if you forgot about breathing as we went along. It happens. It's okay. Come on back. One more big breath in. Exhale to switch sides. Go ahead and make that letter L, this time with the left hand, and roll it on over here. You can use your right hand to assist you here. As you can see, I'm up on my fingertips. That's always really helpful to get a little extra movement here. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale, come on back through center. From here, I want you to just do the best yoga move of all time and flop onto your back, where we will close things out. Lovely, friends. From here, bring the feet up into a bit of a tabletop position, and then go ahead and guide those knees on over toward the left. Cool. So we're in a nice supine twist here. From here, I want you to take your right arm and I want you to bring it all the way up and back behind you, keeping your fingertips on the ground. Then as you come towards your left hand, almost give yourself a high five here, and then circle the fingertips down and around again. Take that circle one more time on this side. So lovely, lovely mobility work here. As you're doing this, maybe you try to think about what that ball and socket joint of the shoulder looks like as you're moving in this way. If you're an anatomy nerd like me, it's kind of interesting to think about. Awesome. Once you've come back to your teed out position, let's go ahead and take it to the other side. So knees come all the way over onto the right. And this time our left hand is going to reach all the way up like you're raising your hand. And then all the way across the body, give your right hand a little bit of a high five. Bring the fingertips down toward the knees. And then circle it all the way out. Take one more. And remember that this sort of movement is always here for you. This is a great pre-swim warm-up. This entire class is a great pre-swim warm-up. Beautiful. Go ahead and tee those arms out. Bring the knees back in toward the chest. And then plant your feet on the ground. From here, our last movement, our last moment to shine. I want you to just make some snow angels with your arms here. I just hit my trusty notebook. If you don't know that about me, I always write down all of my classes. I like to come very prepared, and I don't like to miss a thing. So I will always have my notebook here to reference, and that is, I promise, for your benefit. If you let me go off the rails, this class could become anything. So keeps me on task, keeps me focused, and I hope that you can find all of those ways to keep yourself focused and on task, as we all have our own unique mechanisms here. Take 2 more little snow angels here, or sand angels, however you want to think about it. And next time that the hands are down toward the hips here, we're going to go ahead and bring our feet out toward the edges of our mat and bring our knees into touch here. And this is where we'll take just a moment of final rest. Shavasana, the ending, the conclusion, the final pose of our time together. Take about 15 seconds here to just tune into the sound of your breath. Notice how the body feels. If the thoughts started to wander, just gently guide them back toward this practice, toward this space. And when you're ready, slowly, mindfully, carefully make your way to the seated position of your choice. If the eyes are closed, I invite you to keep them closed, or just keep a nice soft gaze gently beyond the nose. And if it feels comfortable and available for you, I invite you to bring the palms to touch and gently guide the thumbs toward the sternum, the heart space. Maybe you give a gentle massage with the backs of the thumbs toward that heart space as an act of gratitude toward your heart, your lungs, all the inner workings of your body that keep you functioning, healthy, and able to train day in, day out without you having to ask. I invite you to swim the thumbs up toward the lips, the place where words and breath and laughter can flow. What a source of positivity when times get challenging. Don't forget that. And finally, I invite you to swim the thumbs, the palms, up toward the forehead, the third eye. Maybe give a gentle massage with the backs of the thumbs in between the eyebrows as an act of gratitude toward your very, very awesome brain that decided to click on this video. Give it a watch, give it a yogic moment. Thank you so much for taking time for you, for sharing space with me. I hope to meet you again here very soon. And until then, be well. At the end of our yoga practice, in order to honor one another, we often say namaste. Feel free to repeat after me or not. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking the time for you today to focus in on the shoulders, the upper back. They so desperately want that mobility and love that you gave them today. Come on back at some point soon to check out some more Yoga for Triathletes videos. And until then, be well.